Hey guys, what's going on? In this video today, we're going to be talking about the PvP talent called Cover of Darkness. What exactly does Cover of Darkness do? Well, in patch 9.1, they reworked it a bit. Well, a lot, I should say. Um, Before 9.1, what this did was increase the effectiveness of your dark ability by 50%. So we have a huge defensive cooldown called Darkness, and what it pre 9.1, what it did was it has a 20% chance for you and any of your teammates that are standing in it, a 20% chance to avoid all damage. So that includes like dots, any new attacks coming in. So what Cover of Darkness did was increase that 20% to 70% in PvP combat, and it no longer does that in patch 9.1. That doesn't make it a nerf. It doesn't make it a bad change, but what it actually did was allow a Havoc Demon Hunter to go ahead and have the option for another PvP slot. So pre 9.1, Demon Hunters it was pretty much guaranteed, and they were locked into choosing Cover of Darkness because their defenses were so low, right? And having that 70% chance to avoid damage was, well, you couldn't trade it for anything else really, especially going up against heavy melee comps, and Demon Hunters take a lot of damage as is against melee. So the exception to that rule was maybe if you're going up against, say, like a caster, like a Shadow Priest, right? They still do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's anything comparable to, say, like a warrior spamming Condemn on you, right? So you can have some leeway there. So we're no longer going to have the 70% chance to avoid all damage in Darkness, but instead Blizzard upped the baseline chance to avoid damage to 50%. So I would say it's a nice compromise from 20 and 70%. I mean, they met in the middle, right? And they gave it to us at 50%. And that gives us, well, the chance to go ahead and pick a different PvP talent, especially since Blizzard's reworking, or has reworked, a lot of the PvP talents for all of the classes in 9.1. So now Cover of Darkness instead increases the radius of the darkness when you drop it, and it also increases how long it lasts, right? Its duration. So I don't see Cover of Darkness PvP talent really being necessary anymore, just because, well, it doesn't up the percent chance to avoid damage anymore, right? It's a flat 50% in PvP combat. Well, a reason you would choose this, maybe, let's say you're in a rated battleground or battlegrounds, right? Even debatable in arena and threes, but realistically, I would say probably like in a rated battleground, maybe you would want to run this because it increases the radius of it, right? The yards. So it's a base, it's 12 yards, right? It makes it 16 yards instead. And let's say you're guarding a flag, right? Or everyone's taking a bunch of damage and everyone is stacking inside like a Disciplined Priest's bubble, right? Where they pop the bubble on the ground and everyone takes reduced damage. I can see it being in a situation like that where everyone has to stack, right? And let's say someone is slowed or they're standing on the flag cap in Warsong Gulch, and you drop dark and you want to stand at a certain spot, right? So that extra 4 yards can be the difference between line of sight and no line of sight. I mean, there's a handful of different reasons as to why you would want like a wider darkness radius, right? But for like arena PvP, I don't really see taking Cover of Darkness PvP talent necessary anymore. Just because you wouldn't benefit too much from having that increased radius and duration. Perhaps the duration, not even for the yards, but for the duration of it, right? So having the extra 2 seconds, right? I mean, you get another 50, you get 2 more 50% chances, right, for standing in darkness. That could be a reason for taking it. But you got other talents here, like I've gone over in other videos, that you got Glimpse, you got Unending Hatred, you got Isolated Prey, Chaotic Imprint even, right? That could potentially be a better choice for instead of Cover of Darkness. Still a good choice. It's just not the top choice anymore like it was. So it gives you a little bit of freedom in, well, playing your character how you want to play it. And that's it. That's about it for Darkness and Cover of Darkness. It's still the same animation. I'll make another video on Darkness. It's one of the strongest cooldowns in the game, in my opinion, next to Bubble, Ice Block, and of course Nether Walk. There's some changes to this too, to Nether Walk, and I'll make a video on that as well. But for now, Cover of Darkness is changed, and you aren't almost forced into taking it anymore to increase your defensive capability as a Havoc Demon Hunter. So that's all I got for now. I'll be making more videos here coming up. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Give my YouTube channel a follow. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/junkinmyhouse. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys there. Come by and say hi. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.